please remain standing as the school's chaplain, now the delegate to the Apostolic Administrator, Monsignor William John Lewis, leads us in an opening prayer.
From the letter of Paul to the Romans, chapter 8, verse 9, verses 11 to 13. Your interests are not in the unspiritual, but in the spiritual, since the Spirit of God has made his home in you. In fact, unless you possessed the Spirit of Christ, you would not belong to him. And if the Spirit of him who raised Jesus from the dead is living in you, then he who raised Jesus from the dead will give life to your own mortal bodies through his Spirit living in you. So then, my brothers and sisters, there is no necessity for us to obey our unspiritual selves, or to live unspiritual lives. If you do live in that way, you are doomed to die. But if, by the Spirit, you put an end to the misdeeds of the body, you will live. The word of the Lord. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. God, Father Almighty, we thank you for bringing us to this moment of our lives when we can reflect on the achievements of our children. We can thank you for all the gifts that you have endowed us with. We ask your blessing. You remind us in your word that we are to live spiritual lives and put all unspiritual things away from us. We thank you that in this institution, the Convent High School, one of the values that we try to inculcate in our children is to live spiritual lives, to be tuned into the power of the Spirit that is in them and in us. So, Father God, as you bless us today, we ask you once again to let your Spirit lead this event, the graduation of our children. Let your Spirit fill us with all the gifts, with wisdom and understanding and counsel and right judgment, and the spirit of unity and cooperation. Bless us, Lord, that as we perform this activity today, it will remind us of the great love that you have for us and our duty to be tuned in to the power of your Spirit. And so we ask you, Lord, let your Spirit come upon us. I invite you to join in singing with me, Spirit of the living God, fall afresh on us. Spirit of the living God, fall afresh on us. Spirit of the living God, fall afresh on us. Melt us, mold us, fill us, use us. Spirit of the living God, fall afresh on us. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Kindly sit. School Chaplain Monsignor William John Lewis and Delegate to the Apostolic Administrator, Diocese of Roseau, Mrs. Josephine Dublin, Superintendent of Catholic Schools, Honorable Octavia Alfred, Minister for Education, Human Resource, Planning, Vocational Training, and National Excellence. Ms. Magali Celestine, Senior Education Officer, Exams, Local Registrar, Ministry of Education. Other representatives of the Ministry of Education. Feature speaker, Ms. Anika Bellot. Donors, benefactors, former students, parents, guardians. Staff, graduating class of 2023, students of the Convent High School and our online viewers, the media. We welcome you here this afternoon to our 2023 graduation ceremony. You have been invited to witness 58 students mark the end of their high school career by receiving their diplomas. Helen Royer, this year's salutatorian, will welcome you on behalf of the school.
School Chaplain, Monsignor William John Lewis, and Delegate to the Apostolic Administrator, Diocese of Roseau, Mrs. Josephine Dublin, Superintendent of Catholic Schools, Human Resource Planning, Vocational Training, and National Excellence, Ms. Magali Celestine, Senior Education Officer, Exams, Local Registrar, Minister of Education, other representative of the Minister of Education, feature speaker, Ms. Anika Bellot, donors, benefactor, former students, parents, and guardians, good afternoon. On behalf of the Convent High School and my fellow graduates, it is my privilege to welcome you all to the 2023 Convent High School graduation ceremony. Together, our class embarked on an incredible journey filled with challenges, growth, and countless achievements. Despite the many challenges we have faced over the past 5 years, we managed to arrive here today, and for that, I extend the biggest of congratulations. Every one of us has a unique story to tell, and we have discovered our passions and created lifelong friendships. Let us keep those memories close to our hearts as we get ready to begin the next chapter of our lives. Let us never forget the priceless lessons we have learned, not just from our textbooks, but from our common experiences. Our journey has not been a lonely one. I am overwhelmed with gratitude, first to God for gathering us here today to celebrate the many dedicated students who worked very hard to get to this point. It was through Him granting us the strength and the perseverance we needed that allowed us to get through the long nights studying for tests and the numerous hours spent doing homework. I am also grateful for all the teachers, mentors, and loved ones who have supported us throughout this journey and whose unwavering dedication and guidance have shaped us into the individuals we are today. As we move on from high school and journey into bigger things, I want to remind my peers that success is not just about perfect performance, but finding joy in what you do and being with the people who you love and make you happy. We have been taught invaluable lessons and have been equipped with knowledge that will help us on our journey. It is our responsibility to use these skills we have learned to create a positive impact, not only in our own lives, but in the lives of others and our society. Bob Marley once said that the greatness of a man is not in how much wealth he acquires, but in his integrity and in his ability to affect those around him positively. To everyone sitting here today, you have all affected us positively, even more than you realize. Thank you for being such a big part of our journey, and thank you for being present at its culmination. Again, to everyone, welcome.
The principal, Ms. Isabella Prentice, will now present a report of the academic year 2022 to 2023.
Good afternoon, everyone. School Chaplain Monsignor John Rees and Delegate to the Apostolic Administrator, Diocese of Roseau, Mrs. Josephine Dublin, Superintendent of Catholic Schools, Representative of the Ministry of Education, Ms. Magali Celestine, Senior Education Officer, Local Registrar, featured speaker, Ms. Annika Bell, donors, benefactors, former students, parents, guardians, staff, graduating class of 2023, students of the Convent High School, online viewers. The media, good afternoon. Academic year 2022-2023 brought us back to what used to be considered a normal school year. We were all in each other's space, doing our task under the existing circumstances. No individuals hiding in the virtual realm. From a population of 88, we saw 3 drop off our radar, 1 for medical reasons and 2 others for personal reasons, due in large to lack of effective communication. By and large, those who remained tested our resolve and kept us constantly on our toes. Class of 2023 had us all thinking of various ways to reach them, be relevant, and compete with the social realm, and I can say it was a challenge for both of us. This year's theme, Embracing Our Past, Anticipating Our Future, is very apt. Although our past should not define us, we are allowed to use it as a step into the future. Students, please be cognizant of the fact that as you leave the walls of CHS, life is not as structured, but rather one that flows with time and circumstance. Your time at CHS should have taught you to be ready for the unknown, despite all the pushback you presented. You can well admit that you were given ample opportunities at CHS to develop and hone in on your skills. At CHS, we try to offer both curricular and co-curricular programs. Let me thank all the teachers who have gone beyond the call, providing sessions in dance, choral speech, credit unit collections, environment appreciation, forage, and the breakfast feeding program, which thrived under the girls. The school is grateful to the following teachers: Mrs. Lander, Nation, Alexander, Deja, Mrs. Seaman Williams, and Mr. Wilshire. Special thanks to Mr. Gums, who was always there to set up for assemblies and break time or lunchtime entertainment. CHS would not be making all the paths it has been charting were it not for the IT team of Mr. Angol, Mr. Gums, Mr. Peters, Mr. Macaulay, Miss Nation, and Mr. Paul. This team kept us rolling as smoothly as possible in our virtual space. Their effective management of the school's resources, ensuring that equipment is always in a state of readiness at the start and during the course of the year. Their constant research into methods helped keep us on the cusp of trends. The senior management team, let me thank you for your constant support and feedback. We can appreciate that management is not an easy task, especially in these technological times. However, I can say with certainty that we weathered it, though a bit battered, but not too bruised. The previous academic year, we saw a collective overall CXC result of 90.1%. And today we officially congratulate and recognize 7 of the girls who achieved 8 or more ones at the exams. Congratulations, ladies. I am already beginning to hear about the waves you are creating. At this point, I wish to thank all donors, benefactors, former students who have reached out to the school in the course of the academic year. We are grateful for your contribution, whether financial or otherwise. This helped us to navigate this unusual year. Thanks to all the former students who contributed in one way or another and keep asking. To the Bernadette Francis Foundation, the Commonwealth Girls Education Fund, the Ontario Association for all your assistance to the girls. To the Government of Dominica, on behalf of all the students, we express gratitude for the provision of scholarships and bursaries, as well as the assistance via the Trust Fund. CHS expresses words of gratitude for all the duty-free concessions over the year, as well as the subventions. Last but certainly not least in my thanks, a huge thank to Ms. Ashma McDougall, a former head girl of CHS, who did the decor for today's event as her contribution to her alma mater. Thank you, Ashmel. Also to Mams Company Limited and Midway Supplies for your assistance towards this year's graduation. Parents, thank you for your support and feedback over the academic year. This also assisted us. Parents, a note to you. This is not about you, but rather your daughter. And that to get to all this finery and pomp and circumstance you aspire to revel in, there must be constant checking in as to what the girls are doing. Too often, the care is focused on the end result of the grade 6 national exams and graduation without expending the care and interest along the way. For success to be sustainable, there must be care and attention to detail. To the staff at CHS, I express deepest gratitude for your service. I am aware that teaching is very challenging, and we're expected to be on the cusp of education on a daily and yearly basis. Education is not stagnant, but rather keeps flowing and changing. To be effective, we have to reinvent ways of reaching the girls, as well as to stay abreast to new trends and developments. At CHS, you can say that we provide the avenue to ensure that you are on track as much as possible. To the rest of the school body, keep your heads high and strive for the unknown. Most of what we know is already changing right before us. The ways we are accustomed to doing things are quickly changing. Before you can absorb one, another is on the horizon. Today among us, we have the students from Form 1 to 3 who this year unusually worked so tirelessly that they were able to maintain 90 or more every single term of this academic year. Girls, keep striving. And those who did that are not only focused on academics. Some were playing steel band this afternoon. Girls, keep striving. Excellence should be your key. However, grades alone should not be your driver. You should learn to be well-rounded and very involved in your community, both school and home. In one way or another, as academics alone cannot and will not be adequate. In life, there are organizational structures, and we must learn to adhere to the structure into which we had placed at the time. Rules exist to ensure uniformity and avoid any semblance of partiality, thereby ensuring that the playing field is indeed a level one. Class of 2023, congratulations to you on your achievement. Although only 58 of you managed to meet the academic along with other criteria, I am sure you have done some reflection, and furthermore, you could have done things differently given another chance. You would surely adhere to the advice that came your way. However, go out, conquer the world, embracing your past whilst anticipating your future. But remember, enjoy the gift of the present, because it is the only guarantee we have. But keep looking to the horizon whilst you're doing so. Ladies, congratulations and good afternoon to everyone.
Thank you, Ms. Prentice. Beata Vidal, President of the Choir and Gold Medalist at the National Schools Art Festival 2023, will now entertain us.
Under the glow of the very bright lights, I turn look at me, and this opportunity is standing right in front of me. But one thing I know, it's only part luck, and so I'm putting on my best show. Under the spotlight, I'm starting my life. Big dreams becoming real tonight. So look at me and this opportunity. You're witnessing my moment, you see. My big opportunity. Now I find myself here and it's time. Yes, this is real and it's a gold mine. And I am not afraid to fly when there's above 500 smiles. Oh, I used to think, what wouldn't I give for a moment like this? This moment, this gift. And now look at me, and this opportunity is standing right in front of me. But one thing I know, it's only part luck, and so I'm putting on my best show. Under the spotlight, I'm starting my life. Big dreams becoming real tonight. So look at me and this opportunity. You're witnessing my moment, you see. My big opportunity. I won't waste it, I guarantee.
Thank you, Beata. Miss Annika Camilla Bellot graduated from the Convent High School in 2008. During her time at Convent High School, she was very involved in school life, having served as deputy head girl, St. Cecilia house captain, prefect, peer counselor, monitor, form captain, a member of the CHS band, among other roles. Annika is now an attorney at law, based in Dominica, specializing in environmental law. In 2021, Annika was Dominica's sole Chevening Scholar and holds a Master's of Law in Environmental Law, Policy and Governance from Birkbeck College, University of London, where she completed her thesis with distinction entitled Climate Justice in the Nature Isle: How the Strengthening and Harmonization of Legislation and Policies in the Commonwealth of Dominica Can Help in the Fight Against Climate Change. She also holds a legal education certificate from the Hugh Wooding Law School and a BSc in Economics and a Bachelor of Law from the University of the West Indies. Additionally, Annika considers herself a climate advocate as she has a keen interest in matters of climate justice and issues surrounding the effects of climate change on small island developing states in the Caribbean. Annika believes in the power of advocacy and utilizing the law as a tool for social change. She has written several papers on environmental and climate change matters and continues to work as a consultant on environmental policy development in Dominica. Ms. Bellot is also employed as the legal officer at the National Bank of Dominica Limited. Annika owns two businesses, a plant business called The Watering Can, which focuses on plants as an option for sustainable gift giving, and a videography service specializing in Instagram Reels, where she is known as Nature Island Nikki, the real God, with a primary focus of promoting Dominica as a go-to destination for nature lovers, events, and unique experiences. We are proud to present to you our featured speaker this afternoon, Miss Annika Bellot.
Good afternoon, everyone. School Chaplain, Monsignor William John Lewis, and Delegate to the Apostolic Administrator, Diocese of Roseau. Mrs. Josephine Dublin, Superintendent of Catholic Schools. Miss Magdalene Celestine, Senior Education Officer, Exams, Local Registrar, Ministry of Education. Other representatives of the Ministry of Education, donors, benefactors, former students, parents, guardians, staff, graduating class of 2023, students of the Convent High School, and our online viewers. The media, good afternoon. Class of 2023, I want to start by allowing you the opportunity to give yourselves a round of applause. You deserve it. This is an exciting moment for you, and you have every reason to be excited. Today is all about you, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but exactly 15 years ago, I myself sat exactly where you sit in 2008. You are truly a special group of students, and I'm not just saying that, believe me. As 2023 graduates, the vast majority of you started Convent High School in 2018, which meant that 1 year before that, you concluded your last year of primary school following the most devastating time in recent history, Hurricane Maria. Then, as if that wasn't enough, halfway through your high school journey, you were faced with another challenge, the COVID-19 pandemic. Let's hope it's a once-in-a-lifetime occurrence. And then you were thrust into virtual learning, among other things, and that was your new normal. Fast forward to today, who would have thought the world would look like this again? That you could sit at your graduation and not wear masks and enjoy this moment with your family and friends. But the point of all of this is that you've experienced more in your 5 years of high school than most generations have experienced throughout their lifetime. If that is not resilience, I don't know what is. So today, as we celebrate your graduation, I find it fitting to reflect upon a timeless symbol of human ingenuity and exploration, ships. A symbol my own class valedictorian reflected on during our CHS graduation in 2008. I never forgot the message, and I'm eager to share my own version of the symbolic ship with you here today. Now you're probably thinking, what do ships have to do with graduation? Well, throughout history, ships have been the vessels that carried our ambitions. Ships bridged our continents and connected cultures. Ships embody the spirit of adventure and the courage to chart unknown waters. And just as ships have navigated the oceans, the vast oceans, you too have sailed through the vast sea of knowledge during your academic journey. You embarked on this voyage filled with dreams and aspirations. And now, standing at the threshold of a new chapter, you carry with you the lessons learned on your encounters. CHS has taught you the value of the first ship, if not the most important ship, friendship. In 2008, when I graduated, I was a deputy head girl, and one of my best friends, Carlita Benjamin, was the head girl. She is also sitting in the crowd here today, showing you the value of true and close friendship. We worked on our election campaigns together, and we emerged victorious. And I couldn't have made it through high school without her. And today, I can tell you that I simply could not have made it this far in life without her friendship. She's still one of my best friends, and we still share the same friendship together in many uncharted waters. She is actually a maritime lawyer, so funny enough, she actually specializes in ships. So that is the true value of your time at CHS, not the academics, but the lifelong bonds and friendships you've made that will anchor you both in rough seas and calm days. Your time at CHS should have taught you a lot about friendships. Some of you perhaps came and left with the same group of friends. That's very commendable. Some of you may have come with a circle of friends, and somewhere along the way, that circle changed into a square. It may have become a triangle. At some point, you may have even found yourself to be a single dot navigating high school all alone at times. But that's okay. One thing should be certain for you now, that at the end of your high school journey, you should have a better idea of how valuable real friendship can be. We cannot go through life alone. And if you still have not found your tribe, that's okay. My best advice to you is to have a good friend, you must first be a good friend. And a good friend or two will be the key to navigating many choppy waters of your life. Ships also teach us the value of teamwork. A vessel's success depends on the coordinated efforts of a diverse crew, each with their unique skills and responsibilities. Similarly, all of your accomplishments have been made possible through collaboration. The collective efforts of classmates, teachers, parents, and mentors who have supported you along the way. As you move forward, never forget the power of collaboration and embrace the strength that lies in unity. With the ongoing climate crisis, the world needs more collaboration now more than ever. We see it every year during the hurricane season. We are nothing without the strength of our brothers and sisters in CARICOM and the international community by extension, who time and time again must come together to aid a different island in need. And as we celebrate 50 years of CARICOM, I urge you to think of yourselves as citizens not just of Dominica, but of CARICOM. We cannot let another 50 years go by without serious progress as CARICOM nations. We need to make another 50 years gone count for something, including better access to trade opportunities, ease and affordability of intra-regional travel, and greater regional collaboration in the fight against climate change on our small island developing states. You must take an interest in climate change. The next ship is leadership. You have to captain your own lives and always remember that life is a collection of choices, so choose wisely. Think long and hard about where you want life to take you. Every choice has a consequence. Seize every opportunity, try new things, and seek out opportunities to travel the world. You learn so much about yourself, and you become more open-minded and embrace the differences of world cultures, while appreciating your own culture through travel. We need more tolerant global citizens. Ships also embody resilience. They weather the storms, they navigate treacherous waters, and withstand the test of time. Likewise, you too have faced numerous challenges, both academic and personal, during your educational voyage. But I always tell myself that I have a 100% success rate in life. But what does this mean? It means that every time I thought a situation would be the end of me, I made it to the other side. Every time. Maybe a little battered and bruised, but I made it. And it's the same for you. You made it through 100% of the things you thought would break you in high school. Every friendship breakup, every failing grade, every family conflict, you made it here. So you too have a 100% success rate in life, and you should be proud of yourself. And as long as you never stop putting in the effort, your success rate will always be 100%. You have persevered, you have overcome obstacles, and you've emerged that much stronger. Carry that resilience with you into the future, knowing that you will have the ability to withstand adversity and emerge victorious every time, no matter the outcome. Now, resilience is a word that is used often since the passage of Hurricane Maria. But don't be distracted, it's a very powerful word. Your resilience is measured not by your inability to fall, but rather it is measured by how swiftly you can pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and get on towards your goals. To those students who experience academic setbacks along the way, whether you were required to repeat a year, you did not qualify for graduation today, or you didn't do as well as you wanted to for CXC, don't be discouraged. Eventually, you will realize that none of that matters in the end. What matters is your resilience throughout life. So pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and keep moving towards your goals. Don't be distracted. The final ship is stewardship. You are your brothers and sisters' keeper. You and your ship are the agents of change. Ships have connected distant lands, facilitated trade, and fostered cultural exchange. In today's interconnected world, you have a responsibility to be the catalyst for positive change. Just as ships have opened new possibilities, it is now your duty to build bridges, break barriers, and promote understanding in an increasingly diverse and complex global landscape. And lastly, ships symbolize exploration and discovery. They have carried explorers to uncharted territories, expanding the boundaries of human knowledge. And as you step into the next phase of your lives, embrace that spirit of exploration. Remain curious, open-minded, and never cease to learn and grow. The world awaits your unique contributions, and it is through exploration that you will uncover your true potential. Now, it may seem a bit contradictory coming from me, but you don't all have to become doctors and lawyers. I am a lawyer, but I also own a plant business, and I make Instagram reels on the weekends as a paid career. And we live in a world of endless career opportunities. You can be many things at once. So you can still be the doctor and the lawyer and still have several other careers and passions that you can follow. Now, don't place yourself in a box and never allow anyone to place you in a box of your own. Never. Carve your own path and follow your own map. Create your own definition of success. In my view, some of my most successful classmates are not those who have followed a rigid path, but are those who have followed their passions to create unique opportunities. CHS graduates, today you stand at the helm of your own metaphorical ships, ready to embark on new adventures. Set sail into the vast ocean of possibilities, but remember the lessons of the ships, the power of teamwork, resilience in the face of challenges, the ability to effect positive change, and the unyielding spirit of exploration. Congratulations to the Convent High School class of 2023. May your individual voyages be filled with purpose, passion, and boundless success. I wish you good weather and happy sailing along your journey. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Bella. For a student to graduate from the Convent High School, she must, in her fifth form year, obtain a yearly average of 55% overall and an average of 60% in 5 or more subjects, including English language, and a pass of 55% in religion and one of her subject options. She also has to be regular in submitting SBAs and school assignments. Ladies and gentlemen, I am pleased to announce that 58 students from a population of 85 have met these criteria. I call on our school chaplain, Monsignor William John Lewis, and delegate to the Apostolic Administrator, Diocese of Roseau, to present diplomas to these students. Brene Charles. Gabrielle Valerie. Jewel George. Shanna Bernard. Kira Christopher. Michaela Blanchard. John Baptiste. Nima Joseph. Adeja Peltier. Jade Hannah Celestine. Gina Shillingford. Taisha Sandy. Diende Seals. Kelanda David. Janae Stevenson. Zakira Davis. Kayla Letan. Nikez George. Jada Williams. Sadie Deluge. Shamala Blackmore. Kyla Jajak. Aishana Hunter. Christiana Walsh. Kadera Shillingford. Zaria Timothy. Zaya Charles. Maya Deja. Alini Kopel.
Mary Ann Eli. Chanel Basil. Nasia Hav. Mijan John Baptist. Nika Augustine. Kevin Joseph. Kaylee Bonnie. Odera Christmas. Shakira Leblanc. Felicia Laville. Shanice Robinson. Ebony Sorrendo. Shanice Dawe. Ariane Barron. Safia Etienne. Helen Royer. Jenaï Jevier. Diamond Small. Sina Ambrose. Leila Larocque. Tia Serene Hamilton. Jocelyn Mitchell. Yasser Laurent. Nalia Paquette. Benisha Morrow. Camise Robinson. Michaela George. Tanisha Elwa.
Thank you so much, Monsignor William John Lewis. Ladies and gentlemen, I am proud to present to you the CHS graduating class of 2023. Okay, girls, kindly sit. Okay. We are privileged to have here with us Honorable Finella Wenham Shepherd, Parliamentary Secretary in the Ministry of Education. She will be standing in for Honorable Octavia Alfred, Minister for Education, Human Resource Planning, Vocational Training, and National Excellence. Let's just welcome her as she addresses us today.
School Chaplain, Monsignor William John Lewis, and Delegate to the Apostolic Administrator, Diocese of Roseau, Mrs. Josephine Dublin, Superintendent of Catholic Schools, Miss Magali Celestine, Senior Education Officer, Exams and Local Registrar in the Ministry of Education, other representatives of the Ministry of Education, featured speaker, Miss Anika Bellat, donors, benefactors, former students, parents, guardians, well-wishers. Good afternoon. Yesterday, when I addressed the students of the Roosevelt Douglas Primary School, I asked them to take some time out from their devices and to go to the kitchen with their parents to learn to make a quem. Had I known that I would be standing before you today, I would have asked them instead to come to the Convent High School, the quem de la quem. Although not my alma mater, history shows that the Convent High is the top of our education institutions of our beloved country, Dominica. So, my dear graduates, be not bewildered, but all of you here today represent, and I say this with no uncertain terms, the cream of the crop of Dominica. The Convent High has educated the greatest among us, and in memory. I refer to Speaker of the House of Assembly, Clerk of the House of Assembly, Attorneys General and High Commissioner of Dominica, lawyers, doctors, Prime Minister, and a Dame. Say with me, Viva CHS! Viva CHS! Viva CHS! Viva CHS! Viva CHS! Viva CHS! Graduates, your foundation is built on a legacy that spans more than 150 years. This is beyond pride at this point, and it is an eternal accomplishment and ironclad. Dynamism, you've got it. Creativity, you've got it. Versatility, you've got it. Substance, you've got it. Bravery, you've got it. Style, flair, sexy, you've got that too. But of all the aforementioned, and most significantly, you have love, faith, and hope. the spirit of the Catholic faith, the Trinity. It is your past, your beginning, and your future. Without it, you have nothing. The Sisters of the Faithful Virgin, the ICM Sisters, your founders, of whom you should be forever grateful, they've got you. May the Sacred Hearts of our Lord Jesus Christ and the Immaculate Heart of Mary be your light and guide now and forever. Amen. As you forge ahead, let me encourage you to maintain the tradition of excellence. While your theme urges you all to anticipate your next steps, let me also encourage you to participate. Participate in community development activities. Participate in national development activities. And participate in regional development activities. Participate, participate, participate. Currently, at the cups of adulthood, our country needs us to lead, teach, heal, produce, counsel, care, and till. Our economy is growing, the climate is changing, and digitalization is widespread. We are challenged to be resilient while being productive, so I challenge you to stop the waste. Be efficient with time and material. Do your part in solving the problems that confront you each day. Learn new skills and become multi-skilled. Use the technology for the good of all. The government of Dominica is seeking and is committed to modernizing our education syllabus with a focus on the well-being and welfare of our students. I have been informed of your school's glee club, etiquette, and weekly exercise classes. With the addition of civics, I would say it begins to sound a lot like reform. Let's do it together to make it a staple in all of our schools. I'm going to invite you young ladies to join me, so you're going to stand, and we'll sing a little song. Come on, let's go. You ready? You my brother, you my sister, so take me by the hand. Together we will work until he comes. You know it? Okay. So I'll say the rest for you. So there's no power that can defeat us if we're walking side by side. As long as there is love, we will stand. You want to repeat it? All right. So you can take your seats. Thank you. Next time I'll choose one you know. I wish you peace, love, and respect. Congratulations, class of 2023. May God bless you all.
Thank you, Honorable Minister. We will now be entertained by the members of the Form 5 Sign Language Group.
When we first saw Umoja CHS perform in our school, a new spark ignited within us, and a few months later, we auditioned, determined to become one of them.
However, when it came time to audition, reality set in, and none of it felt possible. Staring at the challenges ahead of us, so many questions flooded our brains.
How do I learn and memorize all these sharp and unique movements? Is auditioning for this a right choice? How could we possibly become one of them?
3 years later, we can definitely say we figured it out and are currently proud outgoing members of the Umoja CHS Sign Language Club. For our last performance, we present this to you.
Man get walipa love, walipa hate. Chimney, more while at the loving of the streets, so they keep me up, my G. When friends and family fail me, and then me stepping on me Vicks with a piece there next to me. The enemies wanna stop praying me. Jordan, tell them I'm the strongest, so I just get the hardest fight. And the realest people live the hardest life. So now we shine, even after the darkest night. So better days are on the way. Man, girl.
Forever thankful for doubters in the past and the people who laugh on us. Forever grateful for all the times I failed. And Papa say, oh son, you can't give up. What's for you is for you. I said, Papa, you know I will never stop. No, Jaja blessed me with the opportunity to fly country to country. Now I could drink champagne when I'm thirsty. Now I could see all the thing I never see. They say this how I get man so long. But I thank you for the run my family. No bad mind boy never stop me. And every show I'm smiling cause trust me, love is so lovely, boy. And I'm far from finished, boy. And I can't believe it. And I can't, no. See, I'm far from finished, boy. See, I'm far. And I love this love, when I sit down and I can't believe. I say, nah, nah.
Well done, girls. Well done. Convent High School offered 17 subjects at the fifth form level. And this afternoon, we present awards to students who have demonstrated excellence of at least 90% or who topped in their particular subject areas. In addition, an award is presented to students who have displayed steady application over the year and have a perfect attendance. Students are also recognized in areas of leadership, conduct, deportment, and club involvement. The Convent High School recognizes the support and generosity of the many individuals, firms, and institutions whose contributions have made possible the presentation of prizes and awards. We take this opportunity to extend our gratitude to them. Their names are listed on the back cover of the graduation booklets. We thank Ms. Bellot for her presence and for agreeing to present those prizes to some of the students. Please allow me to call all the awards for the particular students before we applaud, okay? Before we applaud. Excuse me. Bernicia Morrow, Biology, English, History, Information Technology, Mathematics, Physics, Principles of Accounts, Religion, for her good conduct, cooperation, and for her contribution to the Credit Unionet Club and ICT Club. Nalini Kopel, Biology, Chemistry, Information Technology, Mathematics, Physics, Spanish, for her school spirit, leadership in St. John's House, contributions to athletics, 4-H Club, Photography Club, Sign Language Club, Communication Club, and Environmental Club. Helen Royer, Additional Mathematics, Biology, Information Technology, Mathematics, Physics, Religion, for her good conduct and contribution to the Science Club, the Communication Club, and the 4-H Club. Ariane Baron, Biology, Information Technology, Principles of Business, Religion, for her school spirit, leadership in St. Rita's House, contribution to Communication Club, Photography Club, Speech Choral Club, and 4-H Club. Safia Etienne, Biology, Information Technology, Mathematics, for her creative writing, leadership in St. Rita's House, contribution to Photography Club, Sign Language Club, and Communication Club. Christiana Walsh, Biology, English Literature, Information Technology, for her good conduct, school spirit, leadership in St. Rita's House, contribution to Science Club and 4-H Club. Kelanda David, Biology, contribution to netball, Choir Communication Club, Credit Unionette Club. Jocelyn Mitchell. Information Technology, Physics, for her good conduct, contribution to Arts, Environmental Club, and 4-H Club. Kadera Shillingford, for her steady application, good conduct, contribution to Girl Up Club, Science Club, Dance Club, and Environmental Club. Aishana Hunter, Biology, Information Technology, contribution to Credit Unionette Club, Environmental Club, Science Club, Speech Choral Club, and 4-H Club. Nikez George, contribution to Credit Unionette Club, Environmental Club, and Science Club. Mijan John Baptiste, Biology, Geography, Religion, contribution to Science Club. Shanna Bernard, French, Human and Social Biology, for her leadership in St. Bakita's House, contribution to Girl Up Club, Environmental Club, and 4-H Club. Zaria Timothy, for Biology, Information Technology, for her good conduct, and Science Club. Sadie Deluge, for her steady application, contribution to Science Club, Environmental Club, and 4-H Club. Kyla Jajak, for her steady application, school spirit, contribution to Environmental Club, Girl Up Club, Credit Unionette Club, and Dance. Shanice Robinson, for EDPM, contribution to Environmental Club, Credit Unionette Club, Girl Up Club. Jade Hannah Celestine, for her steady application, contribution to Environmental Club, Girl Up Club, and Sign Language Club. Nalia Packet for her steady application, contribution to Credit Unionet Club and 4-H Club. Chanel Basil for her steady application, essay writing, school spirit, leadership in St. Anne's House, contribution to Communication Club, Credit Unionet Club, ICT Club, Photography Club, Sign Language Club, and 4-H Club. Camise Robinson for her steady application, contribution to Credit Union Club, Environmental Club, Girl Up Club, ICT Club, and Science Club. Chidi Fabien for Environmental Club. Janae Stevenson, contribution to Environmental Club and Science Club. Adeja Peltier, contribution to Environmental Club and Science Club. Gabrielle Valerie, contribution to Choir, Credit Unionet Club, Dance Club, and Girl Up Club.
Shanice Dawe, Information Technology, contribution to Choir 4-H Club. Layla Larocque for her good conduct, contribution to Speech Choral Club, Girl Up Club, 4-H Club. Shakira Leblanc, contribution to Environmental Club. To Jada John Baptist for her good conduct, school spirit, contribution to Environmental Club, Photography Club, Science Club. Sina Ambrose, contribution to Credit Unionet Club, 4-H Club. Michaela George, contribution to PHP, Perpetual Help Program. Tanisha Elwa, contribution to Science Club. Zaya Charles, contribution to Environmental Club, Science Club. Kaylee Bonnie, contribution to Choir, Credit Unionet Club. Kira Christopher, contribution to Environmental Club, Science Club. Kayla Leta, contribution to Credit Unionette Club. Ebony Sorrendo, contribution to Photography Club, Science Club. Zakira Davis for her perfect attendance. Felicia Laville, contribution to Environmental Club, Science Club. Nima Joseph, contribution to PHP and Science Club. Brene Charles for her school spirit, cooperation, leadership in St. Agnes House, contribution to Credit Unionette Club, Girl Up Club. Janai Javier, contribution to Dance Club, Girl Up Club, Science Club. Taisha Sandy, contribution to Environmental Club, Girl Up Club, Speech Chorale Club. Taya Serene Hamilton, contribution to Credit Unionette Club, Photography Club, Science Club. Gina Shillingford, contribution to Communications Club, Credit Unionette Club, Girl Up Club, Photography Club. Marianne Eli, contribution to Environmental Club, Science Club. Kevin Joseph, contribution to Speech Chorale Club. Odera Christmas for her school spirit. Jewel George for her leadership in St. Teresa House, contribution to Credit Unionette Club, Dance Club, PHP. Jada Williams, contribution to Environmental Club, Girl Up Club, 4-H Club.
We thank Ms. Bellot for assisting in the distribution of prizes and awards. Mrs. Josephine Dublin, Superintendent of Catholic Schools, will now present the Special Academic Awards. We thank her for her presence and for agreeing to present these awards. Let's welcome her. As I call the students, please allow me to call the awards before we applaud. Thank you. Bernicia Morrow. Award for Physics, awarded to the student with highest average, donated by Dominica Electricity Services. Award for Excellence in Caribbean History, awarded to the student with the highest academic average, donated by Mrs. Celia Nicholas. Award for Excellence in Accounts, awarded to the student with the highest academic average and/or passion for principles of accounts, donated by Central Cooperative Credit Union. Vibian TV Award for Excellence in Information Technology, awarded to the student with the highest academic average in Information Technology, donated by Vibian TV. Award for Business and ICT, awarded to the student with the highest average in Principles of Business and/or Accounts, as well as ICT, donated by Sister Hilda Verdon. Award for Innovation and Creativity, awarded to the student who displayed creative ideas, able to develop ideas into a final product, donated by Mrs. Jody Dublin Dangleben. Award for Emotional Intelligence, awarded to the student who was able to display a level of empathy to her contemporaries and able to control her emotions and/or situation or challenges, donated by Dr. Lyris and Griffin Benjamin. Award for Academia, Extracurricular, Department, and Class Spirit, awarded to the students who carry the school uniform with distinction. Hard worker and cooperative student, donated by Mrs. Bertha Tulo and the CHS 1987 graduating class. Nalini Kopel. Nalini Kopel. Award for Most Outstanding in Biology, awarded to the student with highest yearly average, donated by Dr. Ruby Black. Award for Mathematics and Science, awarded to the student with highest academic average in mathematics, biology, chemistry, and/or physics, donated by a donor. Award for Most Outstanding in Chemistry, awarded to the student with the highest yearly average, donated by Miss Lucia Sandy. Dr. Shana Kazimi Award for Chemistry, Communication, and Sports, awarded to the student with the highest yearly average and sports, donated by Dr. Shana Kazimi. Award for Spanish, awarded to the student with the highest academic average, donated by Miss Audris John Baptiste. Award for Excellence in Sciences, awarded to the student with highest business average in Sciences, donated by La Falaise House. Nalini Kopel. Helen Royer. Award for Mathematics, awarded to the student with highest average in mathematics, donated by Oscar Insurance Agency. Award for Mathematics, awarded to the student with the highest average in mathematics, donated by a donor. Student with the second highest academic average, donated by the CHS PTA. Helen Royer. Safia Etienne. Award for Excellence in Accounts, awarded to the student with the highest academic average and/or passion for principles of accounts, donated by Alicia Wu and family. Finance Focus Inc. Accounting Excellence and Passion Award awarded to an excellent student with a passion in accounting, donated by Finance Focus Inc. Christiana Walsh. Dorothy Levy Award for Outstanding Performance in Languages, awarded to the student who has excelled in literature, along with a foreign language, donated by Mrs. Dorothy Levy. Award for Exemplary Conduct and Steady Application, awarded to the student with a steady application and exemplary conduct, donated by 1994 graduating class of CHS. Award for Outstanding Performance in Discipline, Cooperation, and Academia, awarded to the student who has displayed leadership skills, high level of responsibility, average to above average academic yearly average, school and class spirit, donated by the Convent High School and Kervin Levy Maxime Memorial Award.
Kelanda David, Award for Excellence in Sports and Academics, donated by Mrs. Celia Nicholas. Kadera Shillingford, Award for Steady Application, awarded to the student with a steady application throughout the student's tenure, donated by 1987 graduating class of the CHS. Nikes George, Award for Best Credit Unionet Saver, awarded to the student with the best saving pattern throughout the student's tenure, donated by Dominica Cooperative Societies League. Shanna Bernard, Award for Most Outstanding in French, awarded to the student with the highest academic average, donated by Mrs. Charlene White Christian. Harris Payne's Award for Excellence in Business, awarded to the student with highest business average, donated by Harris Payne's Dominica Limited. Rodney Isidore John Lewis Memorial Award for Most Improved Student, the most academically improved student based on academic performance over the 4th and 5th form year, donated by the Lewis family. Mijan John Baptist, Award for Geography and Chemistry, awarded to the student with the highest average in geography and chemistry, donated by a former student. Leandra Lander Award for Outstanding Performance in Geography, awarded to the student with the highest average, donated by Miss Leandra Lander. Zaira Timothy, Deborah Fortune Award for Character and Ethics, awarded to the student who displayed character and ethics throughout her academic career, donated by La Falaise House. Kayla Jajak. Kyla, apologies, darling. Kyla Jajak. The F.A. Barron STEM Award, awarded to the student who has displayed a marked improvement in STEM subjects, donated by the Barron family. And the GeoGIS Award for Geography Determination, Perseverance, and Geography Ideal, awarded to the student who displayed greatest improvement over the 2 years. Behavior, grades, and class participation, donated by Mrs. Taisha Hill Guy. Jade Hannah Celestine. Lolita Raffle Award for Determination and Perseverance, awarded to the student who showed persistence in achieving despite challenges, physical, social, emotional, donated by Miss Lolita Raffle. Nalia Paquette. Business Professional Women Top in Business awarded to the top student in business, donated by Business Professional Women BPW. Gabrielle Valerie. Award for Determination in Geography, awarded to the student who showed interest and was strongly motivated through her active participation in class, donated by 2002 Geography graduating class of the CHS. Brene Charles. Business Professional Women Most Promising Business Student, awarded to the student with a promising business, donated by Business Professional Women BPW. In addition to the award for outstanding discipline, cooperation, and academics, awarded to the student who has displayed leadership skills, high level of responsibility, average to above average academic yearly average, school and class spirit, donated by Jays Limited, and the award for civic mindedness, awarded to the student whose action or activities are motivated by a show of concern for the public goodwill, overall involvement in school life, donated by Mrs. Alex Boyd Knight. Taisha Sandy. Award for the graduating head girl, donated by Kale and Carlita Benjamin. Maya Deja. Award for Most Improved in French, donated by the CHS French Department. Gina Shillingford. The Trudy Christian Award for Excellence in Public Speaking, donated by Miss Trudy Christian. Odera Christmas. Award for Most Improved in English, awarded to the student with the most improvement in English, donated by 1987 graduating class of the CHS. Benisha Morrow and Nalini Kopel. Students with the highest academic average, donated by Mr. and Mrs. Norris Prevost, in addition to another donated by Springfield Trading Limited. We call on Benisha and Nalini.
We thank Mrs. Dublin for assisting in the distribution of prizes and awards. We now invite Mr. Andre McCauley, Deputy Principal and CSEC Coordinator, along with Ms. Magali Celestine, our local registrar, to present to the CSEC Awards to students who obtained 8 or more grade 1s in the 2022 CSEC examinations. Jacinta Grant, 9 ones and 2 twos. Sasha Maxwell, 9 ones and 2 twos. Corel Joseph, 9 ones and 1 two. Adiola Xavier, 9 ones and 1 two. Gabriela Okanya Napoles, 9 ones and 1 three. JL Laura, 8 ones and 2 twos. Megan Menz, 8 ones and 2 twos. So congratulations to our students. Made us really proud last year. All right. We will now have a presentation of bouquets and fruit baskets. Monsignor William John Lewis, Delegate to the Apostolic Administrator, Diocese of Roseau, will now address us.
Thank you, Madam Master of Ceremonies. Mrs. Dublin, Superintendent of Catholic Schools, the Honorable Minister, Ms. Wenham, representing the Minister for Education, Ms. Magali Celestine, Senior Education Officer, all the representatives of the Ministry of Education, our featured speaker today, Ms. Anika Bellot, our donors, our benefactors, our former students, parents and guardians, media, staff of the Convent High School, graduates of the Convent High School, and everyone here present. It's a joy for me to be here with you to say just a few words as you leave our school, and I'm speaking directly to you, the graduating class. One of the things that sets our school apart from other schools is the word Catholic. We are a Catholic school, which means that we stand on the principles of the gospel. We stand on the principles of our faith. We uphold the values of the gospel. And if there's nothing else that you want to take with you, I would say remember that. Of course, we excel in academics. It's a fact that we are, as our minister said, la crème de la crème. But more than that, I hope that we are la crème de la crème as far as our faith is concerned, as far as our morals are concerned. And so I've chosen two passages very briefly from the great apostle Paul that I want to share with you very briefly. The first one is from Romans chapter 1 and verse 16. He says, For I am not ashamed of the gospel, because it is the power of God that brings salvation to everyone who believes, first to the Jew and then to the Gentile. For I am not ashamed of the gospel. And my dear young ladies, that is the very first message I'd like to share with you today. Never be ashamed of the gospel. But of course, it presumes that you know the gospel, that you know Jesus Christ. And that is a very, for me, most important aspect of not being ashamed of the gospel, is confidence in building a true relationship with the Lord. I am presuming that over your 5 years at Convent High School, through all your religion classes, through all the retreats that you've done, some of them with myself, that somehow you have learned to grow in a relationship with the Lord. And I pray that you'll continue to do so. The second aspect of not being ashamed of the gospel is recognizing that you are on mission and you're called to proclaim the gospel boldly, unashamedly, to share a message of hope, of redemption and love with everyone you meet without fear of embarrassment or humiliation. And the third aspect of not being ashamed is your authentic living. Living unashamed of the gospel means applying its principles to our lives. It involves aligning our actions with our beliefs. It means demonstrating the power of the gospel through our conduct and striving to live a life that reflects the values and teachings of Jesus. I think that says it all. As we often say, speech is cheap, actions speak louder than words. Let your lives show that you have somehow received something from this Catholic education. You may not belong to the Catholic faith. That's beside the point. But the fact is, this school stands on the gospel of Jesus Christ. And I hope that whatever faith you ascribe to, that somehow you have learnt to love the Lord and recognize your responsibility and your call to share the gospel to everyone you meet. By your fruits, they will know who you are. By the way you live, by the way you act. And then the other passage I wanted to share with you is the one that St. Paul speaks to Timothy, 2 Timothy chapter 1 and verse 6. He says, I remind you to fan into flame the gift of God which is in you. I remind you to fan into flame the gift of God that is in you. And you know you have the gift. You know you are special. You know you are precious in God's eyes and in the eyes of all of us. But then you have to prove to yourself that you understand who you are as being special. Some of you will go into the field of science and technology. Whatever happens there, never forget your Christian belief and your faith. Never be taken into somewhere else that denies the existence of God or the power of God working in the world. Some of you may go into commerce. Again, your integrity has to shine forth. More than anything else, as a businesswoman, you have to be a Christian woman. You might choose art. Let your art speak to the world about the goodness of God and the beauty of creation. Nothing that might seem contrary to the gospel. Nothing vulgar. Nothing pornographic. You might become a musician or make that your aim. Again, then let your music reflect who you are as a child of God, as a person who understands that music is meant to elevate the soul and not be something that describes profanity or expresses vulgarity. You might choose to become someone in the medical field. Don't forget the importance of the human person. The human person. The persons that you will be dealing with are people, not things. And let your medicine show that, again, it comes from a Christian understanding of what you do. If you decide to go into politics, the same applies. Be a good politician. In our country, we have a lot of politicians who claim to be Catholic. I will leave it there. If you choose to be a politician, be a good Christian politician. You may go into economics or law. Today you had a great speech from one of your former students who is now a law. I'm referring to your featured speaker, Ms. Bellot. Again, if you choose law, then let your love of law be controlled by the law of love. Let your love of law be controlled by the law of love. Or literature or any other field, whatever it may be, never forget who you are. And don't be afraid of the future. Don't be afraid, because you have in you something greater than there is in the world. When I spoke to some crowd earlier on, I sang for them, I am no longer a slave to fear. I am a child of God. I want you to remember that. So with those two words, I want to conclude as I congratulate you. I am not ashamed of the gospel. Never be ashamed of the gospel. And fan into flame the gift that God has given you. Never forget you're a product of Convent High School, a Catholic institution. God bless you.
Thank you, Monsignor William John Lewis. Great advice. Students with the highest academic average, Bernicia Morrow and Nalini Kopel, will now present the valedictory address.
School Chaplain, Monsignor William John Lewis, and delegates to the Apostolic Administrator, Diocese of Roseau, Mrs. Josephine Dublin, Superintendent of Catholic Schools, Honorable Fenella Wayham, Shepherd, Representative for Minister for Education, Human Resource Planning, Vocational Training, and National Excellence, Miss Magali Celestine, Senior Education Officer, Exams Local Registrar, Ministry of Education. Other representatives of the Minister of Education, feature speaker, Miss Anika Bellot, donors, benefactors, former students, parents, guardians, staff, graduating class of 2023, students of Convent High School, and our online viewers, the media. Good afternoon. Staring into the crowd of people around us, we can see the whirlwind of emotions that fill the air. Today is the day we, as fellow graduates, sign off from a 5-year-long journey that was filled with ups and downs and a plethora of twists and turns. Present with us are numerous parents, guardians, teachers, and supporters beaming with pride at our accomplishments. Our time as high school students has been challenging due to alternating from in-person learning to online learning, keeping up with work, emotional and social changes, disagreements, and disappointments. However, it would be wrong to say that our tenure did not have its great moments in the thrills of sports week, field trips, lab experiments, clubs, hikes, games during breaks, and so much more. 5 challenging years later, we have finally made it to the end. You may be wondering, 2 valedictorians, since when? Just like the alumni from 2007, we have both been recognized with the honor of being the valedictorians of our graduating class. One of the most important things we have learned from our time here is that success feels a lot better when you have someone to share it with. And we are glad that we can stand here together and share this huge success with one another, along with the success of graduating high school with our peers. When faced with the final challenge of writing this speech, we were drawn to the word force as the best way to convey our message. The term force refers to the ability to have an influence, be it on an object, on yourself, or someone else. The work you put in, the focus and dedication, the discipline and enthusiasm have all acted as forces that drove you through high school. In turn, all of you here are great forces, and as you go out into the world, it is your duty to make a huge impact and emblazon your name in history by being a force of change. A force can take many different forms. Perhaps the most recognized of forces is the unavoidable force of gravity that attracts all objects with mass towards each other. The presence of God in our lives is most easily comparable to gravity because it is simply inescapable. Just as a plant's roots grow towards the center of the earth due to gravity, the presence of God in our lives always pushes us in the right direction, providing us with much needed comfort, peace, motivation, and a purpose. We implore that moving onward, we continue to recognize God as the primary and indelible gravitational force in our lives. A force can also take the form of an applied force. meaning that someone must make a direct impact on you to inspire change. Sometimes an applied force is not always welcome, but hindsight is indeed 2020. Our personal applied forces are our teachers who frequently employ many methods to help us maintain our concentration along the path of education. Despite our frustration and resistance, there is a significant advantage to having constant direction, reassurance, and encouragement. From first to fifth form, this teacher applied force has driven us forward, and as we grow, these lessons learned and good habits formed will give us the confidence to navigate our lives and make the most of our enormous potential.
Another force to consider is the magnetic force, which is an unseen force of attraction and repulsion between two or more points. This incredible force is our family who empowers us. As adolescents who are just starting to figure out who we are, the irresistible magnetic force of our parents and other relatives, whose love is unconditional, inspires us to be the greatest version of ourselves. Further, they help to repel us from those that would lead us astray. Your journey here was most likely influenced by the love, including the tough love, guidance, support, and protection of the magnetic force of family. Finally, upthrust can be termed as the upward force that a liquid or gas exerts on a body floating in it. Now you may ask, what that have to do with me? To my classmates, would it not be hard to imagine a life without your friends, your squad, your besties, your band bobo? It is important to recognize the influence that friends have in your lives, as they possess the power to sway you in ways that our adults might think incredulous. The individuals that we have surrounded ourselves with have helped to shape us. Therefore, your friends can either be an upthrust in your life or your sinking factor. As you continue your journey in life, be mindful of the people you select as friends, as you entrust them with the task of uplifting you, as you must also uplift them. Undoubtedly, the forces in our lives have helped to shape us. However, we have come to a point in our journey where our own decisions are becoming the deciding factor in our lives. Though we can always depend on what has helped to shape us, our final form depends on us. None of us here are the same. We all possess great strengths and weaknesses. Using them in the very near future, we can exert force in our own lives to drive ourselves in the direction of success. As we celebrate the fruits of our labor in this moment, it is important to honor our forces: God, family, friends, educators, and yourself. As we appreciate the past and look onwards to a future, we must remember that both together and alone, we have the power to fashion the structure of our future. To the administration and staff, our parents and family, supporters and friends, on behalf of the graduates, we extend a heartfelt thank you. Your continued support has made a world of difference in our lives. To the graduating class of 2023, we are proud to say that we have made it. We wish you the greatest success in your future endeavors. Lastly, we will leave you with the words of Thomas Edison, who said, "Our greatest weakness lies in giving up. The most certain way to succeed is always to try just one more time." Graduates, you must always try, just like all the storms, hurricanes, and global pandemics that never seem to give us trying to decalate us. Be a force as strong as that, and never ever give up. Class of 2023, thank you for everything, and congratulations. Thank you.
Well done. The graduating class of 2022-2023 will now sing Better Tomorrow by Jamil.
Dominica, embracing our past, anticipating our future. I want to wish you all a better tomorrow as you're about to graduate. I want to also say stay focused, stay true, and I wish you all the best. Cause no man is perfect, and we all know Convent high, and we all have days of feeling low, but I have it that I hold on to. Convent high, working hard to see that tomorrow, better tomorrow, oh, a better tomorrow, oh. Convent High School.
Whoa, I'm telling you nothing not easy about it. The real me won't quit, no, yeah. You know, and every day me get up and feeling the same. No. Some days we feel dread, yeah. And a little bit of people I live on, yeah. But we still a go through. It hard, we no put it on we brain. Cause no man is perfect, and we all know. And we all have days of feeling low. But I have faith that I hold on to. Working hard to see that tomorrow, a better tomorrow, a better tomorrow. A better tomorrow, a better tomorrow. We know dreams, we know nightmares. We know life's sweet, but bitter is there. We only got one life, so we not living up fair. Living in the past won't take you nowhere. It's a new day, the sky is fair. Move on up in there, cause no man is perfect, and we all know, and we all have days of feeling low, but I have faith that I hold on to, working hard to see that tomorrow, a better tomorrow, a better tomorrow, a better tomorrow. A better tomorrow, a better tomorrow. And so we never stop trying, no. Though some days we feel drained, and then a little bit of people talk bad about you, but we never lose sight how we knew. A better tomorrow, a better tomorrow, a better tomorrow, better tomorrow, a better tomorrow.
Dear 5A, I want to wish you all the best in your future, in your endeavors. Dream big, stay positive, make the right choices, and always remember to become the best versions of yourself. This is Girly, signing out.
To my 5B Diamonds, remember, you are blessed, you are beautiful, you are bold, you are brave. And as you go on your journeys, be your best. In usual fashion, let the world feel you. All my love, Miss Lee, Miss Lander.
My 5C chicks, congratulations. It has been a year filled with trials and triumphs. But as the next seasons of your life unfold, I encourage you with the words of Walt Disney. Keep moving forward, not with doubt and fear, but with faith, optimism, and daring.
kindly sit, girls? We now welcome Miss Winston to do a presentation.
A pleasant good afternoon to all. Protocol has already been established and we're closing. So I would like to call on a few students that will hand over something for us. This is on behalf of the parents and the class of 2023 to the form teachers of the fifth formers. They have worked hard and they deserve to get something at the end of it. I'm sure they are glad to see some leave and they are sad to see others leave. I would like to thank them for their hard work from first form onwards to this group of girls. They've made it. They should be proud of themselves. And I would like to hand over to the Form 5 class teachers and also the principal, Miss Prentice, if she could also come forward. I would like to give Miss Lander first because she's my daughter's form teacher. The original, let them feel you queen. Okay, thank you, Miss Lander, for all your hard work with the girls. And Miss Grell and I actually sat here together, and I'm very happy that she has had a chance to impact my daughter's life academically. So I would like to say thank you to her on behalf of all the parents and also all the students, whether she taught them or not. Thank you, Miss Grell. Class of 87. Okay, and also Miss Alexander. Okay. And also to Miss Prentice, the hardest working principal. She has had a tough time with the girls. Where's Miss Prentice? It's been a hard 5 years, and I think at the meeting everyone heard how difficult it was for her. It's changing times and changing children, but they did it and they've got you guys through. Thanks from the parents and all the girls. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Winston. We thank everyone for their support and interest shown here this afternoon by your presence at this year's graduation ceremony. As we end this afternoon's proceedings, we will stand for our school song. Lamp of knowledge, we will follow your wise guiding. Lead us safely all along. Convent High School, you, where our islands pride, be the leaders of tomorrow. In the shadow of Christ's cross, one in mind and hearts and hand. One in mind and hearts and hand. True to church, to home and land. True to church, to home and land. Ready to fight for God and country honor, duty, purity. Here we strive for our ideals, sure that effort conquers all. Convent High School youth, we're our island's pride, we the leaders of tomorrow, in the shadow of Christ's cross, one in mind and heart and hand, one in mind and heart and hand, true to church, to home and land, true to church, to home and land. Please remain standing to allow Monsignor John Lewis and the other invited guests to exit, followed by the 2023 graduating class. Oh, Monsignor and invited guests, please go to the hall. Okay, all benefactors and donors, Monsignor John Lewis, Mrs. Dublin, featured speaker, all representatives of the Ministry of Education and staff, please proceed to the hall. Graduates, please note that all award recipients should proceed to the photo booth for photos with the award donors. Graduation memorabilia is on sale at the Lovely Things pop-up shop outside of the class of 1-1. That's to the parents and guardians. Parents and guardians as well, please be reminded to pick up your daughter's awards on their behalf, okay? So we'll now have the recession.
I say na 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 na, I say na 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 na, say na 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 na, I 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 say na 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 na. I never had it easy for the brands and the bling and the expensive thing, oh that. I never had the money, never had nice living, and mama say, oh you could have it all. Just work hard for yours. I say, mama, you know I'll work hard for sure. Now Jaja bless me with the opportunity to fly country to country. Now I can drink champagne when I thirst. Now I can see only thing I never see. They say this how I